We are live.
We are live. Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
New year, new set. Jamie with y'all for your Friday Whiskey Friday. We got Dylan in the house, hiding over here in the corner. Bam.
Hi.
Got Justin manning the controls in the back. We even got a cam for him. What's up? Shaka bra.
Yeah, we found out if we bully him enough, he'll finally do what we say, and we told him to get a camera enough times so that he finally got one.
We got a camera and a mic. You guys might actually hear the dulcet tones. Dulcet, is that a way? Is that dulcet? There we go. Dulcet tones.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like dulcet. What are you saying, Jamie? Is this
the funniest guy in the room has a mic finally? And
Hebrew? Yeah, fair. Very, very true. All right, we'll give you guys a minute here to get in. We're going to do a viewing party today. Some of you might have seen our 992.2 dyno video, GT3 dyno video.
About 4,000 people have.
4,000 people. We'll see how many have shown up. Will show up on our live unannounced.
Yeah.
We have Colonel Taylor in the glass tonight. Kind of my standard Croatian Manhattan. Should I call it a Croatian?
I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I just have ginger peach hot tea.
Ginger peach hot tea. That's very
Cheers.
That's very milquetoast of you. Cheers.
Oh
we got to
God,
see.
Jack,
we got to
Jack
see.
Bergoni says, "Oh my God, that's Dylan. What's up, Jack?"
What's up, Jack?
He works at Dirtfish. You've met him.
Yeah.
He's the media guy.
Yeah, I remember.
Yep.
He took pictures of me.
There you go.
When I was going sideways.
Okay.
We got to see Justin's Meowza because that's a cool can because we got two cat dads here on this side of the camera. Yeah, there we go. Winky cat.
Frick, I'm gonna need my glasses.
Love
if
it.
I want to read those comments.
The Amsterdam curtains are properly on display.
I'll just trust you to read them.
Larry, that's funny. The red light district is alive and well at Dundon Motorsports. Just be careful what's going on the other side of those curtains.
Amen. Something about boxes.
Yeah, Larry does not like these bright red curtains. It's probably PTSD from all the times he was in Amsterdam, maybe. Talked to Larry earlier, and we'll talk about that. We had a nice meeting for our upcoming. You were on it for Coda while you're getting your hairs cut.
Yeah, I sat down to get my hair cut. I'm like, oh, they're talking about tires now. And about 25 minutes later, I was like,
still talking about tires.
They're still talking about tires.
Yeah, track guys still talking about tires. Who'd have thunk that? We don't talk about tires at all. Damn tires, can't get no tires. Everybody got bad tires, tires with problems, all the tires. Everything's got. So we're all complaining about Hoosiers. For those of you who don't know, on a Porsche, when you run an R7, the recommended tire pressures from Hoosier, pardon me, are like 40 psi for the weight of the car and the power of the car and the downforce of the car and all these kinds of things. And anyone who runs a Hoosier at 40 psi, you're better off running a Cup 2. They're just not sticky anymore. They just kind of suck. So,
it's such a whole new world for me because just knowing street cars, it's like Cup 2 is the shit.
Yeah. Cup 2 is like you don't even really start.
Yeah.
R5 went to sleep.
What?
All sleepy.
Okay, I'll be right. Talk, Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie dance. Jamie dance. It would not be a Whiskey Friday with at least a couple technical difficulties. But so Dylan's taking care of the R5, which is a camera, I was told earlier. So there you go. I can watch it. We can watch him do it. Oh, that's cool. Hey, there we go. Auto power off. Disable.
Putting him on the spot.
Yeah, right.
And there he is.
That's pretty funny. What's up? Good.
Extremely quiet, huh? I will turn them up. Let me know.
Really? Were you extremely quiet in Insta? Or on YouTube?
Oh, Dylan.
Dylan's too quiet?
Extremely quiet? Do I need to speak up? Do I need to use my big letters?
What number is your microphone?
He's number
2.
1.
Oh, yeah, no 1. Yeah,
You're number 1.
I lied.
He's number 1. I'm number 2. Number 1, number 2.
We got Mike Kuhn Racing in the IG.
What's up, Mike?
Says you guys tried the A8 or R8 yet? We run 31-33 on Hoosiers.
Have not. Yeah, the boys at Coda were talking to one of the Hoosier guys, and 31-32 is what you would run in an R7 as well, and they're blistering. The sidewalls are not happy when you're doing 168 miles an hour. I know Mike does a lot of autocross, so in autocross, yeah, that's perfect. When you're doing real high speed and putting a lot of load on it, there we go. Not so much, unfortunately. So,
Mike doesn't know me, but I know him. Being in the photography space,
oh
Mike,
yeah,
if you're still on here, your photos are amazing.
Right on. Yeah, Mike comes to Smokies. We've met Mike a couple times. Yeah. So
I highly admire his work.
You may get a chance to meet him.
Sweet.
Come the springtime, maybe. So let's see. We're going to talk about dyno numbers for the 992.2 and whatever else you guys might want to chat about. I did briefly about tires. I did reach out to Vitor and what the hell is his name? I want to say it's Dylan. I don't think that's right. I'm really bad with names. He's sent a spreadsheet, a Google sheet. There are a number of new tires coming out. One from Vitor called the Sonic, which is their 100.
Dallas Reed?
There we go, Dallas. Yeah. There's another D name. Thank you. It was not Dylan, but it was Dallas. The Sonic looks interesting. I believe it's already coming in sizes for the GT3 RS, which is cool. Yeah, no doubt, Tosh. No doubt. Oh, I had a great Ted, while you're on, I had a great call with Jeff Butler at Howry's, and Caleb and Charles and myself are going to get our little guppy of a cup car up to see him, and it might come back not white.
Whoa.
What color should the cup car be? We'll leave that up for you guys. I know what color I'm painting it already, but you guys can take a guess. And anybody that knows me, it'll probably be like a one or two color guess.
Is it gonna match your shoes? Oh, you're not wearing them right now.
It's a part of it. Well, my shoes are white, and black with tape on it. Hopefully, it doesn't come with tape on it. It's all right. Let's start the dyno video. We want to start watching that?
Get it? Should I put my headphones on?
Well, if you want to hear it.
Yeah. Damn, these ones don't tell me which side is which. I guess it's up to me.
You got to figure it out.
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. Your right can be your right. Your left can be your left. Your right can be your left.
If you guys money, we're gonna catch an ad.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Damn, nobody here has YouTube Premium like me.
I do. But Dundon doesn't. Probably Dundon should.
They should.
Yeah.
That's a tax write-off.
Hey, it's all a tax write-off.
Let's go ahead and switch IG users. I think that looks good for that.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that top camera is just showing the empty seat where no one is.
Oh, that's right. I need to be Super Soul.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take care of
our YouTube brethren. There we go. Very nice.
It's weird hearing myself.
Hearing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna play it and let me know about that audio.
And turn it up.
So we got this 992.2 GT3 in for
Shout
our
out,
full
Caleb.
system and a lifetime muffler. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it next door to the dyno cell and we're gonna dyno it stock. Then I'm gonna install our street header package, cats, valves, and our lifetime muffler, and then we will dyno it again afterwards here.
He's hired. No us. No us, no ums. He's hired.
Damn, that thing's way too quiet.
What's going on, Jay Ely? Thank you for joining us. It sounds like a Camry stock, doesn't it? Kind of blah. This car came to us very dirty, so we did not wash it before the dyno. That's some expert Dynapack usage there. Sliding that right on.
I've seen plenty
First
of power
time.
banks.
Hey,
over
there's
years
the
of
ad.
reviewing
There's the
tech,
ad.
but
Shout
this
out
Ridge
Marquez
one
Brownlee.
quickly became a favorite. So this
Can we? Oh, there we go.
We're just gonna let it play. Watch the whole thing.
What's funny is it took us forever to get that passenger side dyno on.
Yeah, I bet.
I just sat there and filmed, and eventually got it on one slide. I'm like, perfect.
That's perfect.
Throwing that in.
That's the one that
That's
we're
it.
using. Anybody who has a Dynapack will be like, that's not how that happens. That never happens like that.
Yeah,
So,
Charles was like, throw it in there. Caleb's going to be mad he couldn't do it that quick.
right? As you guys are watching this, throw us some questions in Insta and in YouTube because we're happy to answer them.
Today we got
Questions about the dyno or
GT3 finally on the dyno. As you can see,
Yay!
this is our dyno cell.
that's
And
Charles
we
for
have
those of you
a
who can see the
Dynapack
name.
4000 hub dyno, bolts to the vehicle. We like this setup. It is a little bit safer. Don't throw out the straps. We can leave the car on here a bit. And we already ran some runs on this. And I'm going to just discuss and dissect some of the information here compared the 992.2 GT3 to the older 992.1 GT3. Porsche's rating on the car, of course, is crankshaft horsepower and crankshaft torque, brake horsepower. Our dyno, of course, like all others, chassis dynos read wheel horsepower. And I'm going to show you the comparisons, the power curve difference. One thing we did learn is Porsche published the final drive on this car a little different. This is the manual transmission car. The previous manual trans cars had a 3.75 final drive, and the ST had a 4.30, and we did confirm the 992.2 GT3 manual is also the 4.30 final drive. So
spicy.
extra little pep there in performance, which is great. But for now, we can run into some of the numbers here and what we already got from the car. So down low, usually a little bit fluctuates a bit, a little bit of variance. Generally, that's emissions compliance. Cars got to not pollute, got to burn clean, no particulate, no NOx. That's all emissions compliance down there. Once we get up in the rev range up here, we can see it's making about the same amount of horsepower. So the highest number we got, this is the highest was 454.39. So this is about 5 horsepower more peak than the 992.1 GT3. It's about 10 more than a 991.2 GT3 or Touring. Those are about 445 on our dyno. Now the torque number is less. This car is only showing about 309 peak torque. The previous cars were up into the 320, 330 range, so almost a 10% reduction in peak torque. Now performance-wise, they're making up for that by the shorter gearing, which means you're able to get up into the horsepower a little bit quicker, as it's horsepower over mile an hour is what gives you that acceleration curve. So they're taking advantage of gearing at that point to get you up into the horsepower. And as you can see up here, the peak horsepower at this is at 8558. An older 991 DGG engine was about 300 to 400 RPMs earlier. Some of those cars were about 8180 peak horsepower. The solid blue is the 992.2 GT3. The dotted, and I got 2 runs on here to make it my eyes a little bit easier to read. We have the dotted green and the dotted orange. That is a bone stock 992.1 GT3. So this was our 2022 GT3. Now, as you can see on these runs here, and the temperature on these was a little off, but not enough to really affect the numbers. We're seeing almost the same peak number. However, you realize the RPMs were about 200 RPMs higher, and you can see the torque difference and the power curve difference. Of course, up top is shifted a little bit. Down low here, we can see a pretty substantial reduction in torque. Now, this is the peak number. So that's 1718 foot-pounds, says delta 17.74. Now the maximum, I'm gonna come down here to about 5,000 roughly. You know, so we're down, well, that's not quite, that's off just a pinch. Let me move that to be a little more fair here. So 34, 35 pounds of torque. So that's a pretty sizable amount. That's a little over 10% in this case, about 11, 12%. I am gonna show a 992.1 GT3 RS, our bone stock RS here. Of course, the blue run, 992.2 GT3. Peak, we're talking 23, almost 25 horsepower if I were to move this to about here where this dip is.
Crazy with the same engine.
The RS is 27 wheel up peak power. And then, of course, down low, it's still making more low-end power. They don't have the 992 RS, GT3 RS, doesn't have OPFs in it. It only has the main catalytic converters. A little bit of advantage there in tuning the car.
In the
They're
United
a little bit
States.
more free to be a little more aggressive with the camshaft timing, a little more aggressive with ignition advance, some of the fueling as well, because they don't have the OPFs to plug up in the car. So this was pretty interesting to see. Now you can, some of the flat points in here and the resonance points, mainly this dip, about 6,600. Torque peak similar, that probably moved, that's probably an artifact emissions control, but this dip right here, that flat point's the same, that torque peak there is about the same. There you go. So this here is
Cloud is an electric bidet.
A Cloud by Tushy.
Nice.
Electric bidet. Well, they're nailing Dundon.
Features and ergonomic heated.
Are they saying we're full of
3
shit?
runs. We
That's
have
crazy.
The solid light blue 992.2 GT3, the dotted green, that is 992.1
Can you
GT3.
option that on a 992.2?
And the purple or
The
magenta is our
bidet?
992.1.
If you call Sunder once, you
GT3
probably get
RS,
anything
and
you
this
want in
really
that
shows
seat.
the difference
Dude, I might.
in these power curves here. So I'm just moving these out of the way here for a second.
Don't give me 3D printed.
But pretty
seat
easy to
prints,
see
so
the peak
give me a
power
bidet.
between the GT3s is about the same. Again, Porsche is trying to control how much power those cars make. They don't want the GT3 to be faster than the RS. However, in this case, the performance advantage of the gearing will really help. But this is a pretty cool comparison here. I will show one other one that is interesting. The orange is a 991.2 GT3 RS, 2019 GT3 RS. Bone stock, nothing done to it. So you can definitely see the progression in the power curves as they've reduced cylinder fill down here in La La Land or Emissionsville or, you know, Zombie Land, whatever, make a
Zombie
something funny up
Land.
there. And then as you get up top,
But
they're all a little
zombies
bit
like
closer, but you
horsepower.
can see where
I'm
they went
partial
from
to Emissionsville.
Emissionsville.
with the different power curves. You know, everything's in that 20-25 horsepower bump there. Yeah, we'll have some results here in the next little bit of car with our exhaust on it and do some running and see where it sits up against the rest of these with our parts on them.
Yeah, so there was some confusion in the marketplace. There was an early video by one of our competitors that showed that the car had the 992.2 G3 had cats and OPF and more cats in the muffler. It wasn't a cat, because that was very confusing to Charles and I, but we didn't have anything to look at, because you wouldn't run an additional cat after an OPF, because everything's cooled off and the cat wouldn't work.
Mhm.
Cats have to be hot to work. So if you ran it through an OPF and expanded everything and it got cooled off, which is what you would do in an OPF filter, to try and get everything to come out of suspension in the hot gas, you want to cool it off so it forms particles, like when you make ice cubes with a liquid. So it's actually additional particulate filters that are in the muffler. So there's a lot of confusion. People think there's 4 cats and 2 OPFs. It's actually 2 cats and 4 OPFs in the 992.2 GT3. So luckily in North America, none of them are monitored, so we can take them out and there is no consequence. For the rest of the world, there is a consequence, but we got you covered. We've already gotten a number of folks 992.2 G3 exhausts all around the world, and no check engine lights. So
Hey guys, Charles here, just finished
Making
the
fire.
Dyno 992.2 GT3 manual with our full exhaust system on it. Anyways, did several runs, got all of our dyno data here, have all the info. We can also compare to GT3, 992.1 GT3.
55 pound
our
feet.
2.1 GT3 RS as well.
That's a lot of pounds.
Comparison
That's
sake,
many
but
pounds.
Overall, pretty good, kind of about what we expected. Our maximum gain is almost
more than a
30,
barbell.
31 horsepower
It is.
at about
10 more.
200 RPM here on the graph. as what we're seeing. Peak horsepower is still about 8450 or so. Gets about 477 and just kind of gets right up to where we thought it would. Peak gains about 25 wheel peak. This is pretty consistent. So I actually have
like
two separate
flash
runs
on
up
there,
here from 2 separate days to not just show consistency, but we have this purple run here, which was a week ago. And then green run is one of the ones from today. And as you can see, it's pretty hard to tell.
You can't even see the purple.
Pretty good. Car's pretty happy. Down low, makes a chunk of torque. 4,000 RPMs, about 54 pounds of torque there. So see it ramps up into the power band pretty quick. One of the reasons for this making a little bit more power, I would say, than a 992.1 GT3 is this car has 4 OPFs. So 2 cats, 4 OPFs, that's 6.
Not 6, 7.
Just 6.
Canceled.
Elements in the exhaust we have to deal with. So 992.1 GT3 only has 2
I can't
cats,
read the comments, so
2
I'm
OPFs.
leaving that to you.
992.1 GT3 RS only has 2
we
cats,
did not,
no
Justin.
OPFs in
We
it.
didn't
We'll
throw it
actually
on there.
discuss
It
that
was
a little bit later in another
it
video.
was
See the
enough
magenta here, that is
to
our
get that
992
suspension
GT3
dialed.
RS stock,
But
similar curve now.
we do have plans to get.
That is our car's stock exhaust without exhaust on it. The green run is the 992.2 GT3 with our full system on it. So yeah, RS has a better starting point, of course, for a few reasons. Now the tune on this car is reduced a little bit. It is running, I don't want to say substantially less ignition advance.
This is where this guy got that.
Yeah, I think
Now
so.
the sound
this is
difference
where
from
he
this stock
picked it up.
to with our exhaust is a bigger difference.
Hit pause for a
It does
second.
have the 2
Pause for a
extra-
second. We're going to pause this for a second. One of the comments in the YouTube video was someone was confused that we said the car was tuned. And so what Charles is talking about here in this particular sentence, in this particular segment, where he's saying that the tune is less, meaning that the factory tune is tuned in such a way to produce less cylinder fill, which what nerd speak for, they're not allowing as much air into the cylinder so that not as much fuel gets burned, so that there is less emissions that comes out. When you allow more air to get into the cylinder, you have to put more fuel with that air in the cylinder. You have more cylinder fill. That creates more power. It makes more torque. So that's what Charles was getting at. Not that the car is tuned. That car's bone stock as far as the tune goes. We very rarely will tune any of the new cars while they're under warranty. It's pretty rare. We're working with a friend of ours in the industry. We're exploring some options in that regard. But in general, we don't like doing it to the brand new cars that come out from Porsche. They're fine with exhaust. They're even generally fine with intakes. They get really, really verklempt about ECU tunes. Generally don't like when you start, even if you're doing good things and you're doing it in a good way and not defeating anything and making the engine happy, if you start messing with the tune, they just generally don't like that. So, all right, you can carry on.
I was going to say kitty cats in the exhaust, but they're not. They're just the air filters, cigarette butts, whatever. Call them the marbles or whatever. Something like that. So anyways, yeah, we will get more data on this in the future probably with the PDK, and stand by, add to cart, click buy it now, install it, go do some burnouts, I don't know, whatever.
Enjoy.
Yeah, we'll be in touch.
So anybody got some questions for us? Essentially what we went through, a couple things with that is the car has more emissions control, or is attempting to have more emissions control even on the car in the US. So a couple things that, if for those of you who don't know, the 992.1 has different camshafts. It has different ITBs. It has a different final drive than the 992.2. But everything else is the same. It's a 4-liter. It's the same engine architecture. It's a direct injected engine. So those who went from a 992.1 GT3 to even the GT3 RS, there's a noticeable step change in torque between those two cars, even modified. You can still tell that the engine, even once we give it some torque back, it feels a little lazy. There isn't the urgency that there was, like there was in the 992.1. GT4 RS is more like the 992.1 than it is like the .2 or the 3RS. For those that are wondering, well, how does your exhaust make horsepower? Well, it's not because it's equal length. That's a myth. It's not because there's less or more back pressure. That's also a myth. And kind of a bastardization of terms that is confused in the internet by people that, quite frankly, don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So if you guys are interested, we have some stuff online about that. The short answer is it's the wave that's released from the exhaust eventually finds its way back, and it's reversed as a vacuum wave, not a pressure wave, or it's a negative pressure wave for those of you who are math nerds or science nerds. The negative pressure wave creates a larger amount of differential pressure between the acoustically tuned length. Not maybe I'll explore that with you here in a second. That's interesting. Is that from IG?
That's him.
Oh, that's
From
you?
IG.
That's you from IG. Okay. Kinda, yeah. Kinda. That's more right. So you're trying to get the wave timing correct. So that's more right. That's more right. So we create a negative pressure at the cylinder, and when there's overlap between the intake valve and the exhaust valve, when they're both open, we end up with atmospheric pressure trying to push into the cylinder, and we've got a vacuum on the exhaust side of the cylinder, and we're able to have that creates a larger differential pressure. Differential pressure just means the difference in pressure from one side of the cylinder to the other side of the cylinder. So it's just the difference. And then we're able to suck gases out of the cylinder and therefore push more in with the existing amount of atmospheric pressure that we have. For those of you who have our D3 packages or our D4 packages, D3 packages include a larger throttle body size and an intake manifold that goes along with that. GT4 RS, 991 GT3, 991.2 GT3, GT3 RS, these cars, we're able to preserve more of the atmospheric pressure by making the throttle body larger, because when air has to go through a small orifice or hole, it loses pressure by going through that hole to be able to create more speed, just like a hurricane. So a hurricane that has a very low pressure center has very high wind speed. And it wasn't the low pressure that created the high wind speed. It's the high wind speed, or sorry, it's not the high wind speed that created the low pressure. It's the low pressure that created high wind speed. So the pressure is the battery. The resultant is the velocity. The D4 packages we include a different complete intake manifold. This would be our 997s. 981 intake runners are kind of like a D4 package. We have D4 packages for those. Larry. Interesting. I always love the summaries of the things that I say on the internet as I see them back from people. I'm like, I guess I said that. Not entirely sure I said that, but okay. So the intake manifold, the runner part of it. So you can think of a runner. Do we have one up here?
Maybe.
So it looks like a spider for a flat six. So it's got the body is in the middle with the main throttle body, and then we've got the legs. And I'm doing a bad job.
I think that's all we have for 4RS.
Yeah, it's all right. Intake, just intake. It's all right. It's all right. Not important. So you got the legs are the intake runners that go into the head. A very similar thing happens with the intake. When the intake valve closes, it stops the air from going into the engine, and you build a pressure wave on that intake valve. It then bounces back up the intake runner, and we get a similar effect with the intake pressure wave bouncing up and down the intake runner, and we can harness that effect for charging, intake charging. So we can get resonance charging, which is a little bit like super fancy physics supercharging. So kind of what you do with your naturally aspirated engine. So we're building up positive pressure higher than atmospheric pressure on the intake side. When you combine that with a vacuum on the exhaust side, you're able to get a lot more air into the cylinder. And that's how we're able to get volumetric efficiency would be the swept area of the piston moving up and down. So if you just sweep that area, that volume, swept volume, I suppose, and were to just get gas to go in that was that volume, then that would be 100% volumetric efficiency. A lot of what we're doing gets these engines up closer to 130 or 140% volumetric efficiency. Yeah, with our goodies on it, they actually, like the 458 kind of had the back in the day. I don't know naturally aspirated who had better, but it had a very, very high volumetric efficiency. And our goodies, at 4 liters on a flat 6, we're making substantially more horsepower than, what is a 458? Is a 4-liter V8, flat plane V8, 4.5? I forget what size.
Was that
458?
Last one that was actually what it was named after? 4.5 liter.
Might be.
V8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be.
So.
Yeah. 4.5 liter. I owned one. You'd think I'd know, but I don't know. I know my
It's
Aston Martin 6 liters. I know that. Says so on the engine. Makes it easy for an old man to figure that out. So
our goal is to time the waves from the exhaust intake where when both back sides of the wave is creating
the intake side would be positive pressure.
and then
The exhaust side's negative. Yeah. And this is why when Charles is able to get in and tune them, he'll play with the cam timing to get it exactly right, because the cam timing that Porsche has is designed for some of their stuff. If we're able to get in there and like tweak it and make it just perfect, so you're getting the peak of the wave when the cams are rolling around, the valves are opening, and you just get the peak of the wave in there, you can get the torque curve nice and flat, you can get the peak power nice and big and carry it out longer, all that good stuff. So
that's why the RPM range has a range, because as the RPMs increase, the wave timing is faster and faster.
That's right. And that's why you see torque decrease, because it's harder and harder to capture all of that per unit time. So as you get higher and higher in the RPMs, this is a conversation we had with a cyclist friend who would cycle at like 50 to 55 RPM. So he had lots and lots of torque. So the explosion with his piston was making lots of power, but he wasn't doing that many times per minute, or lots and lots of force, but he wasn't turning that into power, which is just force per time. How often you apply that force is power.
Because at the higher RPMs, you start canceling out the waves.
You can start having crosstalk. You're not going to have as much time to build a significant wave as well. You're going to start to run into them as they're trying to come back. You're producing another one going back. And so it's not going to have as much strength as it gets back to the cylinder. You're also not going to have as much efficiency of that engine. This is where all of the kind of advances for internal combustion engines are happening, where you've got variable valve lift and variable valve timing and variable cam duration is the recent one that I saw. I think Hyundai or Kia came out with variable valve duration, which is really cool.
Is that kind of like Koenigsegg's like square wave?
Yeah, but not using compressed air or whatever that they're doing with it. This is using a mechanical device you could actually develop and run in something other than a supercar. So anyway, who's got some questions for us on the 992.2? Very exciting that we have that out. Very exciting that we were able to get the video produced quickly. Thank you, Dylan. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Dylan?
Hearing that thing yesterday on the way to Drivers Club, it sounds so good.
Yeah.
On the road.
Yeah. I heard you guys had a visitor on the highway. Some RS3 wanted to play reindeer games on the highway.
Ramses drove by me at one point, and then this RS3 does a pull, and in my head, I'm like, oh, he just wants to do like one fun pull, whatever. Like I would do too.
Okay, fine.
Sure. And then leave, and then we hit traffic, and he's still with us, and I'm in the far left. Second to far left. Ramses is one lane over to my left, and he goes by me, and all of a sudden the RS3's like right on his tail. I'm like, oh, okay,
dude, back off.
Like,
it's like, back off, son. If you don't have the money to buy the car that you're about to crash into, then chill out.
Mm-hmm.
Chill out. Happens all the time. It's you drive a nice car and you attract hooligans. These damn hooligans. So, what else we got? Oh, there was a really nice car on Bring a Trailer. Since we don't have, no one has. I've demystified everything that happens in internal combustion engines.
The photo of the .2 at Drivers Club.
Oh yeah, we should.
I got a wonderful photo of it.
Yeah, our masterful photographer took a beautiful.
Job is to document things happen. I did.
Right? No, Larry. It means you need to give him more shit.
Please,
you need to give him more shit. Absolutely.
It was when we hopped on that Google call. He was like, oh, nice to chat with you. My job is to give you a bunch of shit. And I was like, perfect. It tastes my own medicine.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, isn't that a great picture of that car?
Wonderful picture. That's what I drove.
Right? That's the F-150 F-150?
Yep.
Yeah, of what he drove.
It's back there.
It's back there. There's a well-framed photo of that subject.
Yeah. Shout out the
blurry
you hired.
Right?
I don't know why you did that.
I do like that F-12 in the background.
Ooh, the 599 Evo, you can't see it, but it's in behind that stupid pickup truck. There's a 599 Evo on the other side. That is it's literally just Mazda Soul Red Crystal, like the regular red that you see on like a CX-5 or a Miata.
Oh, nice.
Also a factory color from Ferrari.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That glowy gold fleck red.
They call it something else. I don't know what.
I love that color. When Mazda, I was like, that was so awesome that Mazda brought that color out.
Will was mentioning that to me. I'm like, I totally see it now. It's like the most gorgeous color on that car. And
yeah, I think the difference is it's like it's got gold fleck in it, and the gold just glows when the thing hits the sun. It's just like this glowiness to it. Yeah. Jack, that's a good question. So there are some good things about a Z-pipe. I don't know that on a flat 6 exhaust that needs a very short secondary length that it's as good as for things like a Camaro or a Corvette or some kind of, front engined long exhaust car. The gist is that you don't have you can keep the waves moving by having them run through a smaller diameter pipe and have them not interfere with one another like an X pipe. So an X pipe is essentially going to try and run them all into each other and then have them pass through each other and then exit the other side. What they're doing is they're kind of cutting them in half and having them some go up and some come down, go on one side, and some go up and some come down and then join on the other side without really interacting in the middle. That's why it's it's kind of like a freeway bypass or whatever, where they're kind of splitting it up and then sending it across to each side. One goes up, one goes down, one goes up, one goes down, and you kind of interweave them. So it's a good idea. By making everything smaller, you're going to get a higher pitch from making the diameter smaller. There is friction associated with that. You are making everything longer. It's more things to package. I don't think it's some kind of magic bullet. It's not. It's a tool in specific applications to be used when necessary, like anything else. So. We find that in our mufflers, X pipes work exceedingly well. The other thing that is nice at that point, this is we're going to atmospheric pressure at that point. So we're very close to where the atmosphere comes out. Thank you. An X pipe. And there's a lot of math that I don't know that Charles does, thankfully, that goes into designing a proper X pipe so that the cross-sectional area of the X pipe is adequate, so that the input lengths, the output lengths of the X pipe are correct for what we're trying to do and how we're trying to get the waveforms to merge and then go out both sides as combined waveforms. So yeah, that's a good question. Good question. Oh, fantastic, John. I'm glad everything's working out. Can't wait for you to get everything on there and get the car going. All right. So there was we have a customer has a beautifully spec'd 991.2 GT3 on Bring a Trailer right now. I think it's Avant-Garde, right? That's got it 911R. Isn't that Avant-Garde?
911R.
Is the one brokering that deal, or what do you call guys that is they're dealers, brokers? What
Brokers? Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oryx.
The Oryx.
Oryx or Onyx? Oryx?
Oryx
I think
or
it was
Onyx?
Oryx.
What's an Oryx? Is an Oryx like a?
I don't know.
Is that a goat?
That's above my pay grade. I can't afford.
I think it's a
GPS
goat.
right now.
Somebody on the social medias knows what an Oryx is. I think it's not an Orist. I know that. He's a person. Oryx.
Okay.
That must be what it is. He wouldn't have
guess.
made that kind of mistake.
No.
We got a typo. It's supposed to be Onyx, but we can call it Oryx.
Let me help out.
All right. But my head is gone.
Manually.
Oh,
yeah.
very, very slick. Very nice. Yeah, all good.
The combo of a non-RS front bumper with an RS hood is just.
Yeah, it looks nice.
I love it.
Looks nice. It's very nice. Very nice. So this is an incredibly beautifully spec'd 991.2 GT3. The thing that's crazy is the $72,000 interior. So it's a cognac interior. He even has a cognac stripe on the steering wheel. So we know the customer.
Can you scoot Jamie's head up a little bit on the IG? He's like stuck there on the bottom.
Hey, there I am.
Yeah, now they can see him.
Really, really nicely done. It's got the Vice Gold magnesium wheels. Very tastefully done with white. A PTS white. I didn't know there was a PTS white. Quick side note. We've talked about this. 997.1 GT3 RS. Carrera white, which is the color of the Cup cars, was a PTS before there was really PTS back in 997 land. And one of our good customers, PJ, whose car lives at Drivers Club. If I'm saying that right, is this still Drivers Club, right?
It's technically one Drivers Club.
One Drivers Club.
I don't
Okay.
really know if anyone
Is
really
one
says
the
that.
address?
No, I think it's because I don't know. They're
trying to
for
needing to
copyright or
differentiate it.
trademark
Yeah,
reasons,
probably
yeah,
because
I don't know.
Because I'm sure Doug did not give them license
No.
to use
I always
the
just call
original
it
name.
ODC.
ODC.
That's fine.
I'll always call it Drivers Club because that's what it's
Yeah.
always been to me. So
Yeah, the interior is.
yeah, that interior is so delicious.
I think.
What's
if you
crazy,
scroll
we
down
should.
one more picture.
Dylan made me look at it. You need to see the front trunk.
Yeah, keep that up.
Yeah, keep that up. Roll to the front trunk pictures. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. The whole thing's leather. I would
Roll that
never
up for
be able to
YouTube.
put anything in it.
Yeah.
Literally, like my track box would not be able to go in that car ever.
You'd have to like get a liner
But
in there to make it usable.
This is not a track spec
No.
GT3. This is absolutely not a track spec GT3. Although that Mercedes Benz caught my eye.
It's like so well done that it's almost like too well done that I wouldn't even want to drive it.
I would want to drive that. That's is it a manual? It's a PDK.
I think it's PD. Oh.
Is it a manual? Oh, that's proper then. Manual winged car.
What do we want?
6-speed. Oh, that's legit. That's legit. Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think this will go for? My assumption is this will be a record sale for a
241 with 7 days left still. Is this a no reserve? Does he have it as no reserve?
No reserve. We'll come back to this next WF.
Yeah, we'll come back and see where we landed 7 days from now, or where it's close to. Because how many? When is it gonna? When did it get posted? So it's 7 days and closes when?
They typically close around noon, I think.
All right, so we might have some results for next Friday.
Maybe, hopefully.
All right. I can always ping the owner. We know him. He reached out because he was trying to figure out if he was going to sell the car with all of the goodies on it, or if he was going to take the goodies off and sell it stock. And I was like, you've worked really hard to put this thing together really, really nicely. You should probably see if you can sell it the way it is, because somebody that wants it exactly like this.
All that.
Yeah, they want it exactly like this. So, hopefully everything's good with him. Yeah. He's got a significant amount of money invested in this car. $271 for a sticker price on a 991.2 GT3 is like $100,000 over MSRP.
Yeah, it ends at noon. So
noon on Friday. Cool.
Depending on how the bidding goes, it should be closed by the time we start. I imagine it will.
Jamie will not be buying this car. I'm good, Larry. I'm gonna build my 997 Cup car. I'm good. I know exactly what I want. I don't want. I appreciate that car, but I don't want that car. I got my Aston Martin. It's essentially that, but with a V12 in it. So I'm good. Yeah, and I have orange and orange inserts in my black Alcantara interior, and an orange stripe on my steering. So I'm quite happy with my daily cruiser, which it's nice out. I should maybe bring that home this weekend.
You should.
It's nice out. I don't have to rock my incredibly dirty RS6. I could leave that here tonight.
I walked to lunch today.
It's nice in the Northwest today. What was it, 50-something degrees and sunny? It's supposed to be that way all weekend, right?
I hope.
Is it? Is it supposed?
Yeah.
We didn't roll our weather. Larry's got a track day this Sunday, I think. We should see what the weather's going to be for him. There we go. Road Atlanta. I can't read any of that. We're going to need producer Justin to help us out.
Hey, we're blind, bud.
50 degrees at Road Atlanta. What else we got? We got the Nordschleife at 36.
36. It's drift weather.
Tomorrow is 42 degrees
weather
for your highs, 32 lows for the Nordschleife. Area 27, 45 degrees currently.
Not bad.
41 for your highs and 25 for your lows tomorrow.
We actually have 2 track days this weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
Practicing your weatherman voice there? You're like in Como Ford mode right there.
Currently 70 degrees.
God bless Laguna Seca.
43 lows. VIR is cruising at a 43 degree Fahrenheit. Tomorrow is 46 and 34 for your lows.
Looks like snow or thunder. What do they got on Sunday? They got a lightning?
A Ford?
Or is that rain? VIR.
Ford lightning?
Rain on Sunday.
Ford lightning. Ford lightnings from the sky. Run.
We got the Ridge.
And they're electric.
Earlier today, the Ridge was overcast.
Oh my God! Look at this forecast. We should have a race car we could take to the track.
Ed them going tomorrow?
Yeah, they're going Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, so your Saturday it's going to be 52 high, 36 low, and on Sunday.
Oh, that's go fast weather
Dude,
too.
It's going to be good weather for LeMay's first Cars and Coffee.
Unfortunately.
Oh, is that this weekend?
That's tomorrow.
What time?
We're looking
9,
pretty grim over here.
Okay.
We got an overcast we got some go fast bits. No rain. We got 64 degrees. Tomorrow is 54 high with 37 low.
Ooh, that's hard to get tire temps right when it's that cold in the morning, but they'll get it figured out. That's almost like, did I put a heat cycle on the tires if they never got hot?
Road America looks cold. Look at
Free
that.
tire?
Saturday is going to be 25 for your high and 16
Brr.
for your low.
16?
16 degrees.
Yeah, that's not go out with these kinds of tires. They will crack.
No?
They will literally, they'll just shatter. They're not good when it's that cold. We're borderline when it's in the 30s and you take out sticky tires.
Have you seen where Reese stores his tires?
It's
yeah.
cold.
In his pool room?
Yeah.
So cool.
We got Fuji sitting at 36 degrees today. Tomorrow is 54 high, 36 degrees low tomorrow at Fuji, and Tsukuba is overcast right now with scattered clouds, and tomorrow is 59 degrees high and 43 low.
Oh, we should be at Scuba.
Uh,
I like Scuba.
let's see what else we got. We got
Sebring looks
No,
nice.
I don't like the
61
water.
degrees right now. Tomorrow is 72 degrees with a low of 50.
Boys in Florida living life large.
Dang. What else we
You
got
want to
here?
talk about scanning?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
3D
do some scanning.
Got some scans.
We're almost
going on.
done.
What else we got here? We got Mexico. We got the Autodrome. What is that cruising at? Tomorrow is a 64 high with 55 low. That's a pretty.
That's nice.
That's warm enough to keep.
And
the lights
Yaz
out.
is, of course, probably perfect.
All right. At the end of
Too
the day, yeah,
soon?
we have to guess for Yaz.
Yaz is going to
Yaz
be sunny and 78.
78. You think?
I'm thinking 78. What do we got?
Oh, look at that.
What we got?
Pretty dang close.
Winner.
70 degrees high, 64 low.
Perfect.
Look at Spa. Got that rain.
Not going to Spa.
All right. Let's switch on over to the.
Got some scanning.
We got
Jack says, "Have
Canvas.
you seen that photo of a 918 that's been given an 8-to-1 headers?"
Yeah,
I have
that's
not.
Probably sounds very throaty.
yeah,
8-to-1.
yeah. With a big old collector coming it all the way down. Yeah, it's not.
I've yet
I'll
to see
leave.
it.
I'll leave that one for Charles. There's
Okay.
there's some. It can work, but the 9. I'm pretty sure the 918 is a flat plane, so you've got 2 cylinders on each side of the engine firing at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
and so that means you've got 2 pressure waves hitting that collector at the same time, as opposed to it being staggered.
It is indeed a flat plane.
Yeah. So, I'm not sure that combining all those waveforms at the same time is going to be ideal.
Shout out to Alex.
Alex?
Love seeing Dundon parts whenever they come through the shop on Instagram.
Right on.
But yeah, let's go ahead and switch over to what was happening this week.
So, we've had this 3D scanner from Creaform for 9 years, I think. So it's an old scanner at this point. There are faster scanners, but I would be hard pressed to say that there are better scanners. So Creaform makes a fantastic product. We've done all of our product development, so shout out Creaform. We're able to get everything we need done with it, and do it in a fast and efficient manner. So, for those of you who don't know about 3D scanning, you've probably been living under a rock, but it's.
Apparently, I've been living under a rock.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. You didn't need to know, but it's not much different than how your camera does autofocus. It's almost the same thing. It's shooting freaking laser beams without the sharks. For those of you who don't know Austin Powers, go watch that. It's good for you. It's a good thing. For those of you who are too young to not know Austin Powers, you should go watch it. Philly, if you're watching, go watch Austin Powers, because I know you probably haven't watched it. Yeah, baby, yeah. So laser beams get shot. This has a number of different patterns and laser beams that it's using, and it's using a couple different methods to find the surface and calculate the surface, scatterometry, reflectometry, a couple different things with the laser that it's using to calculate. So there's a receiver and there's a sender for the lasers that are hitting the surface of the car. And we pick up a point cloud, which is a series of small points and triangles, polygons that are formed. And then we're able to interpolate a surface through those polygons. So there's often a little bit of noise in that. The method that you use to do this is critical to the outcome that you get when you're done. So you have to do it the right way. All those little dots on the car are ways for the scanner to know where it is in 3D space. And there are other scanners that use, some of them have accelerometers in it. So as you're rolling it around, it kind of sees that and kind of knows where you're at. There's a lot of different methods, and I'm sure there's a lot of competition in this marketplace with patents and whatnot to understand or to differentiate themselves from each other. The dots give us a lot of repeatability. On our 992 GT3 RS, you can still see dots on the inside of it where we took the whole car apart and scanned the whole thing. This customer was kind enough to let us scan some of his car so we can get our splitter, which we'll give you guys a quick update on the 992.2 G3. We have a few things, just a couple things to change for the wing, for our Valkyrie wing to work on the 992 GT3. Probably a day of CAD work, maybe not even, maybe just a couple hours. And then we can modify those parts and have that ready to go. The splitter is going to be a little bit more of a challenge. The pedestrian crash regs in Europe changed from the 992.1 to the 992.2, inclusive of the 992 GT3 RS. They don't have a pedestrian crash bar behind the bumper. For those of you who've seen your car without a bumper, typically there's a big piece of metal in there behind the bumper that gives support when you might either hit a person or hit another car. In Europe, they changed the regs and they moved that very low so that somebody doesn't get hit in their knee or their shin and then break their leg. They get hit in their ankle and they break their ankle because,
which is so much better.
That's,
I guess.
It's kind of where I'm at. I'm not sure where these regulating bodies change this. Maybe if you get hit in the ankle, you fly over the car and you don't get hit as bad. You just land in the wing in the back and it breaks you in half. Not.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, so I'd love to see some of these simulations where they have people and they're ramming cars into them, flying in the air. Not my car is why. And even if it was my car, I'm not running over any motherfucker. No, thank you. I like you guys. I don't want to run anybody over. Yeah. Not my car. Not because I like human life where I'd want to not hit it. It's not my car. That's exactly right.
We can try that with the shop car 3RS.
Do it with the K truck. It's fine. The person driving it and the person who got hit would be equally damaged. So because of that, there's a couple things that Charles is noodling on in his very large brain to see how we might accommodate our existing splitter design on the 992.2. So bear with us. It's not the biggest priority right now. I would say we're still trying to get 992.1 GT3 RS aero across the line. That said, we will have the wing and dive planes for the 992.2 GT3 here probably in a few weeks, finished up with design, and then we'll get the dive planes released and get the wing released. And luckily, our existing gurney flap works for the 992.2, the same as it does for the 992.1. For those of you who want to add a bit of aero, you can do that. Our wind deflectors for all of the 992 chassis cars, of which the 992.2 is one of and could benefit from, work great. These are very fancy wind deflectors. We don't have pictures. I'm bobbing and weaving for everybody here. I don't know if we're going to be able to get that. But we didn't like a lot of the paste on kind of afterthought crap that's in the market. It's here's some adhesive. Just stick it on the existing plastic that's on the car. No. Take the plastic off, put a complete replacement part in carbon on. A number of folks that made them in the past would try to thread the plastic for the screw that holds it onto the car. That also doesn't work well. So yeah, these kind of stick-on things that is that ours or
nope?
Yeah, that's his. Yeah, that's the customer's. He's got some stick-on metal things that were on there, and they work fine. They're just not right for a $300,000 car, right? So anyway, enough selling. We've got a lot of goodies for this car. All of our suspension parks work on it. Arrow will be coming. Splitter will be coming. I expect that guys will get there, but I don't think they're going to be building lab rats out of 992.2 GT3s right out of the gate. So they might. I know Manti already has their parts list out for the car. We'll get our splitter put together for the car, and yeah. Anybody got any questions? If I'll give you guys another 5-10 minutes for questions, and then we'll bug on out of here.
And we are cranking.
We got a lot of mufflers in there.
Oh yeah,
We're working,
cranking hard,
staying busy. Don't clip that.
staying busy, trying to catch up with all you guys through your Christmas Day sales and whatnot. It's one of the few days that Justin isn't down in the bubble sweating, turning liquid into metal.
So many mufflers. I don't remember how many was on that table, but there
I think
was
that
a
was
lot.
25.
I think so.
Yeah.
Colin dropped a dime today. You got one done in 9 hours, you said?
Wow.
Colin.
Nice. The whole thing? Start to finish, 9 hours? Damn, I'm going to tell him he can get 4 mufflers in a week.
Keep it up, brother.
Keep it up. The goal keeps going up. The goal keeps going up. So yeah, I asked our welding team if they were willing to work some overtime. I generally will ask before I tell, and they were all amenable to it. So we're gonna try and double down and get some more of these things finished up and out of the building, so we can get caught up. Because I know there's more 992.2 GT3s dropping, more of them getting their break-in miles. So we expect that more folks will be calling us. What videos might we have coming up next?
There's plenty. There's we got 992.2 sound impressions of the blue one you guys saw on the dyno. Ted and I went out and drove it around and had some fun. Sounds really good. On the other hand, we also
Nice segue.
we drove the 718 GT4 RS with our mega crack on it, and that was loud. So
It's loud.
I'm actually not going to edit that video here because I want to wear headphones when I edit, and it's so hard to wear headphones when I edit that video because somehow the mic picked up the drone that it got, and it sounds just like I'm in the car when I'm wearing headphones. So I'm gonna edit that on my speakers at home sometime next
And
week.
hopefully nobody else is home when you're doing that.
Yeah.
So
So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, so-
that's loud. What it was interesting because at least from the cars that I've driven, which arguably isn't that many, maybe a lot for a 22-year-old, but for this building probably not that much. In cars that do drone, there's a RPM range that you can kind of get into to kind of like ease that drone. At least there was with my S4 on the last exhaust setup. There just wasn't with the Mega Crack. There wasn't a spot that we could get unless we were going downhill off throttle.
Yeah. That's
So-
like the only time, right?
Yeah. So if you want FU loud, just know that's what you're getting.
Yes. 100%.
And it is very loud.
We try and coach clients when they're saying, "Yeah, I want the loudest thing you've got." Are you sure? Yeah. I've had such and such car, and like, no, okay, that's great. Are you sure? Yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna heckle you when you get this and you call us and say it's too loud. So please be sure, because it's really, really painfully loud. Really, really loud. Sounds great.
Mhm.
Outside of the car, ripping by, it sounds fantastic. But can you live with it? Yeah, I just got married, not too long ago. We got a newborn on the
Not
way.
for long, buddy.
I live in a condo. No, absolutely no. No, you don't get this. No, don't do that. So,
Matt on the water says, "Hey, Jamie.
hey, what's up, Matt?
On our way back, we drove by the elementary school I went to as a kid, and the one my little brother is going to right now. It's like right next to my house. And we're like driving downhill, and there's this kid on the side of the road on like a scooter or something, and he definitely heard the car before he saw it.
Right.
And he turns around and looks at it, and right when he saw it, like this exact facial reaction just like
Nice.
Ted and I both saw him. We just started laughing. I'm like,
too
my
bad you couldn't have
reaction
gotten
to
that.
from the outside.
Couldn't gotten that on camera. You were like, ha.
Oh, that was good.
That's
That's
pretty
got to
funny.
be like one of the best parts about having like being around supercars and stuff.
Yeah.
Like seeing kids be happier on them is
Yeah.
it's so cool.
There was a kid walking down one of the hills, and of course it's an intersection where he's standing exactly where I need to see around him to see the cars coming up the hill to know that I can get across this road. And of course he's sitting there going like this, and I'm in the RS6. I'm like, dude, it doesn't sound like nothing. It's a big station wagon.
Yeah.
But I'm like, can you move? And he's just sitting there, and he's like, no. I'm like, move. Man, I'm like, fucking hell. So I'm just going to send it. And I just like, and went across the road. And he was like, yeah. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Well, I'm the future car guy about to be made. Yeah, so
you did it.
So yeah, funny stuff. We got our Manti video dropping soon as well, right?
It should be Wednesday or Thursday.
Cool.
I believe Thursday.
Cool. So the much anticipated full video of the Dundon GT4 RS, Dundon Lab Rat, and the Manti MR GT4 RS. So that will be fun. Excited for you guys to see that. I see John and Larry having a nice side conversation. Fantastic. I'm glad you guys got connected. It is a small world. John's friend owns Larry's old 718 GT4, still has the matte wrap on it. Probably see both of these fellas at the track this summer, which is great. Yeah. Anybody got anything else for us before we take off and I go get my ubiquitous Friday night hamburgers before I go home?
Non-related Porsche news, but car news nonetheless, which is why I'll leave it to the end. White 250 GTO goes on auction tomorrow.
Shit,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Saved it in my calendar.
36 million?
Probably 70.
God damn.
I guess. We'll see.
God damn.
We shall see.
I think over the 20 plus years that I've owned my semiconductor company, it might have had $70 million go through it. Might. Like, just like cash going through the company in 20 plus years. So
it's crazy when you like.
I do not have $70 million
where this
to
car resides. There's like the 3 big collectors that are in that. I don't know if you've been next to those buildings, but Shirley, Bruce Wanta, and like one of the other, they all have their collection right next to each other.
Okay.
And it's like this one car is worth more than the other 2 car collections.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's nuts.
That's crazy. And the funny thing about this is it's literally what somebody will pay for it is what it's worth.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, what's up, Matt? You're over here in you're on the right chat. You're kind of generally in the right chat. You're on Instagram, you're on YouTube. This is nice that we can simulcast finally, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right. Nobody's got questions for us. We're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go get some food. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Go Hawks. Hopefully our quarterback is not continually broken.
Play.
Jesus Christ.
Play. My buddy got a parlay on him. He better play.
Oh shit, really? Yeah.
Yeah, the one buddy I got into sports betting, I have ruined or fixed. He hasn't lost money yet.
Well,
knock on wood.
Yeah, that's never a good thing. When you start to think you got a sure thing, that's when things go sideways. You start putting more money on it, and then you lose all the money that you made. As long as he's got a system and he's being reasonable.
Yeah.
He's got a system, he's being reasonable. That's fine.
So far.
Matt, I would say give wow, 991 GT4 is currently bid. It'll go for more than that. So Matt on the water for GT4 steel brake calipers. I believe it's a 997 caliper that works. I believe. So you might have to get them new. But they're not crazy expensive. You can always get a PFC system from us. That would be qualified as crazy expensive by comparison. If you're curious, reach out to Simon at Driver's Choice. He's done the same thing with his 718 GT4. He's in Florida. And he runs 18s. Them JDM wheels, yo. All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here. Hopefully you enjoyed the new set and the new no glitchy mics. We just had one camera that decided to turn off, which was a minimal issue.
That was user error.
Bunch of different views, trying to keep it interesting for everybody. We get to chill on the couch. Justin on the turntables.
Over 40 minutes for Justin to finally use his camera. I think that's the only time he used it, was just there.
He did at the beginning.
But you guys saw him.
He did at the beginning.
Okay.
He gave everybody a shaka. All right, y'all. Good night. We'll see you next week. We'll see what this white car on Bring a Trailer goes for. Give us something to talk about next week with some continuity. All right, y'all.
2 white cars.
Tune in next time.